Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Lecha from Shishi to Shvi. This week's edition is entitled Act Like a Behema. In Perek Yud Zayin Pasuk Aleph, it says, Hisalech lefanai v'heyei samim. Avram Avinu is now 99 years old. He is about to enter the covenant of the Milah, and Hashem says to him, go before me and be perfect. Be samim. The Beis Halevi, the Brisker Rav, says this teaches us that we have to do Hashem's commandments only because Hashem commanded us, not because of some reason. It's okay to look for a reason, but we do it because Hashem says, and that is what it means by Hayei Samim, be perfect. The Medrash in Tehillim says on the pasuk, Ashrei Tamimei Derech HaHolchim B'Toras Hashem. Fortunate are those Tamimei Derech that go in the Torah of Hashem. And it explains that Tamimim Chasidim Hayu Dor HaMidbar, that the generation of the desert that came out of Egypt, they were Tamimim. Why? Because when they went to be Mekabel the Torah, they accepted it without questions. When Hashem said, for example, you can't eat the chelav of a cow or of a sheep, they didn't say why. They just listened. When Hashem said, for the first 3 years of a crop, you cannot eat from it, orla, they didn't ask why. They just listened. That is the act of being tamimus. And that's why it says, it's tamimim chasidim hayudor hamidbar. Now, in Mincha on Shabbos, we conclude after the Shemona Esrei, we have pasuk Adam v'hema toshia Hashem. So there the Medrash says that even though we are people, we should follow you like animals. What is this idea? So the Chulin says, the Gemara in Chulin says that people, even though they're smart, they should act in certain circumstances like a behema. How can we understand this? We can use the Gemara in Kedushin to explain this very well. There it says that a behema gasa, a large animal, and an eved and a servant, they're both cornered by Mashiach, by causing the animal or the person to move, literally to draw. But there's a difference in halacha of kinyan by these two in acquiring possession. By the behema gasa, by the animal, it is enough that if you call the animal over and it comes, that is enough to make it yours. That's a kinyan. This does not apply if you call over an eved to make him yours. So why the difference? Because by the animal, when you pull it over, it's not thinking, it's just reacting. And that's a sign that it's a kinyan, that you're the Baal. But by a person, even an eved, as long as he's a Baal Das, he's intelligent, he can think, he can make his own decision. Okay, he's going to come over, he decides he wants to do it, but it's only after a thought process went through. Therefore, by an eved, it's not enough to call him over, but you have to do a physical mashicha biyad. You have to draw him over to you. So, there's other times where we see by man that, you ask someone to do something, or someone is asked to do something, then the person can say, okay, I'll do it because, I love this person, I'm afraid of this person, whatever motivation he sees to do it, but there's a thought process. But a behema is different. A behema, there is no thought process. And that's what Hashem wants for us to do. He wants us to be, as we said, that Adam nimshachnu acharecha kabehema, because when Hashem tells us something, don't think about it, don't look for reasons. You just say Hashem did it, and therefore you act. You respond like a behema in that circumstance. And so therefore, we also by Avram Avinu, so Hashem says, Yisalech lefanai v'heyei samim, that you should go with me in the ways of Torah and mitzvos, with the tmimus of not doing any personal thought for yourself, but strictly because Hashem did it. And I think maybe I can add that, at the beginning of the parsha we say Lecha, that Rashi says that Avram got more reward because he wasn't told where to go. So each step was doing it on faith, and that was a greater reward for him. So also when we do a mitzvah without rationalizing, it also be possibly a bigger zechus for us to respond as that behemoth analogy that we're giving here. So thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful Shabbos.